The AllStar app, the #1 app in the business. UFC, Bellator, One Championship, PFL, and more. Get the app right now. Link in description. November 17th, CES 71. You'll be fighting for the vacant lightweight title. A long time coming, right? Fighting for this title?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. I'm waiting for this opportunity to get to the next level to just move up. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want to go to the next level. Keep going.
Right now you're on
So,
a pretty good streak, man. The fights that really stick out to me is the Peter Barrett win and also the Aaron Blackie, because Aaron Blackie was a guy that was considered one of the best fighters prospects coming out of Australia, and you went in there and you beat him, pretty handily. Does one of those fights stick out more to you than the others?
I think the Peter Barrett one does stick out, because I put on a good show. I had a pretty good performance. I was able to do what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? When in terms of game plan. And the only unfortunate thing about both those fights is I broke my hand in the Peter Barrett fight and I broke my jaw in the Blackie fight. You know what I mean? So I mean that's what it takes to do this game. You know what I mean? When you fight the best guys, and that's what I constantly do, and that's what I want to keep doing because that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? That's what this game's
Talk
about.
us Yeah, for sure. Talk us through fighting with the broken jaw. When did that exactly happen in the fight?
Uh, so according to my coach, it was like dislocated in the first round, and I believe like maybe the second round it broke. But I watched the tape, and 30 seconds in, I got hit by the overhand, and I'm pretty sure it happened like in the first round or so. You know what I mean? I can't pinpoint it, but I was just coming off of laser eye surgery, so I got hit with a jab. So I closed my eye, couldn't see that overhand coming, and I got hit. And don't get me wrong, he got a freaking crazy overhand. So he hit me a good solid 3 times with that overhand, and boom, boom, boom. My chin just, my chin could hold up, but that jaw just where it went away. You know what I mean? And it was fighting with adversity, and I ended up coming with the win. You know what I mean?
A lot of people, and even fighters, man, they would maybe panic when their
Yeah.
jaw's broken, you know what I mean? Like, how did you push through? Was it all the other injuries that you've been through that kind of allowed you to, like, just take the pain?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it really wasn't about the pain because you got the adrenaline going. It was really like what the heck is going on? And I'm sitting in the corner and I'm like feeling my jaw all over the place. My mouth guard is all over the place. I'm gushing blood, and it's just it takes a certain person to do this, and not just a certain person to just do it, a certain person to overcome that kind of thing. And I proved to myself and I proved to everybody else that I'm here to stay. I'm here to take whatever beating anybody gives me and keep fighting through it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it definitely was like, I had the mouth guard in there and I'm sitting in the corner, like feeling my teeth all over the place. And I'm thinking like, I could feel my face just like shifted, and it was crazy. But I just kept going, man, just kept going. Thank God it was only 3 rounds, and unanimous decision victory.
Yeah, how was the recovery from that, man? Because you
Uh,
returned, like, 5 months after, like, how did you return so quick?
well, the recovery sucked. I'll tell you that much. You had to get the jaw wired shut, and you literally have to eat out of a tube. You know what I mean? Or protein shakes or all that kind of stuff. But there's no solid food going in your mouth, and I was starting to lose muscle. Starting to get real skinny, and I was like, shit, man, this sucks. But after 3 weeks, I honestly I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take the jaw. I couldn't take the not eating. I ripped that shit out. I ripped
Oh,
that shit out.
shit.
So I didn't really, because since I did the surgery in Florida and I live in Massachusetts. Honestly, like I didn't have any doctors over here, so I just was like, screw this, ripped it out. Um, Felt okay. I didn't go back into training or nothing. I was still in the gym a little bit, but the recovery was just trying to get my weight back, and lifting in the gym, and then slowly coming back to MMA. Every practice I had, I was wearing a headgear. I wasn't being stupid about it. You know what I mean? That does sound pretty stupid that I ripped it out 3 weeks, but I was
Yeah.
just, I was fed up, man. I couldn't take not eating. It's a crazy experience. It really toughens you mentally, and it's just something different. But yeah, like you said, I came back 5 months. My fight was not too long ago, in CES as well, and went into that fight, and jaw was intact. The only thing that did happen was he hit me with a knee, and my mouth guard flew out because I think the mouth guard that I had was not like good or whatever. And it wasn't solid enough where it would stay in there. I don't even remember. I don't remember honestly, but it just flew out and I was fine. You know, it was a little sore after the fight, but that showed me right there that I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? And you know how bones are, 6 months to fully heal. And I think it's been 6 months now. So yeah.
Man, that's a crazy, crazy experience. 3 weeks and you pull it out.
Yeah, I was in the bathroom with like pliers, all kinds of stuff, man, ripping that out because it was like I had no doctor. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the Florida doctors, like it was bad. The hospital over there, you know, it just was bad. And the worst experience was after the fight because I had to wait for hours to get even seen, and I'm just sitting there literally with blood gushing out of my mouth, like pouring, you know, like not gushing, but you know what I mean? It's just coming out constantly. It would not stop. It was a nightmare, bro. It was a nightmare, you know, and to get through that, shit, man. And, you know, yeah, I could keep going on and on about it, you know, but it was tough.
That's crazy. Like this year has been pretty nuts for you, man. Like just
oh yeah, definitely.
breaking your jaw, winning the fight, going through the fight, winning it, and then like the hospital experience, and you go back and 3 weeks later you take it out, and then 5 months later you fight again. And after that fight, you know, was the jaw good, man? Like
yeah. I mean, like I said, after the fight, it was actually a little sore, you know, like more sore than I would usually be after a fight, but it was fine, you know, no problems. And I think actually a week after the fight, I had to get surgery again because I had to remove the wisdom teeth. So like I wasn't even fully I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't even ready to go in the cage. You know, like I had a wisdom tooth sticking out because of the broken jaw. This one was sticking out, and then there was still a metal plate in this part right here. So I fought with a metal plate. They removed that all out a week later after the fight, and here I am ready to rock and roll, man. I'm ready to win this belt, man.
Yeah,
For sure.
sometimes, you know, when you break something, it comes back like stronger than ever. You know what I mean? Your bones just naturally heal.
Yeah,
you know, you're an example of that.
There you go. Yeah, you know, that is what it is. Yeah.
And you know, like I'm kind of surprised with what you went through to win that fight for PFL that they didn't sign you, man. Like it was really surprising to me. Were you kind of like confused?
I mean, here's the thing. After the fight, you know, I'm in the back room. I mean, my jaw's like hanging off my face, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna send you to the hospital right now." And I'm like, "No, I'm waiting until the end when they bring out everybody to see who gets signed." I'm like, I'm waiting. You know what I mean? I'm waiting. I don't care. You know, I'm sitting there gushing blood. I wanted to get that contract. You know what I mean? And I'm waiting. And you know, those guys did good that night too. You know, the guys who did get the contract. You know, so hats off to them. But I was expecting, you know, at least maybe what's it called? Not a contract, but maybe something to sign you on and work with you, you know, something like that, you know. And you know, there's another Challenger Series coming up, and I already put my name in the hat for that. So I'm working my way for that, you know, and trying to get back in there for sure.
The fight against Sam Watford, man, coming back from all of that and going in there and winning it, going all, you know, 3 rounds, like, was there something that you built off from that? You know what I mean? You've been through a lot of adversity already, but there must have been something more heading into this fight, especially.
You know, if I could, you know, I wasn't happy with my performance with this my last fight, you know, but it's gonna be. It really is just. I don't know how to say it. Maybe more aggression. You know, I really have been trying to build my aggression, and you know how it is. You know, you come off a layoff, you're not going to be your best all the time. So, you know, I just little things. You know, I definitely learned from the fight. You know, he was long, and I learned some new ways to get in and all that stuff. You know, I learned from the fight. You know what I mean? But nothing that really jumped out at me. You know what I mean?
Now you got this undefeated guy, you know what I mean? Very confident, you know, heading into the fight. What do you think about like his streak so far and the skill set that he possesses?
Well, I'm gonna be quite frank with you, man. He got a 5-0 record, but that 5-0 record ain't. I don't know, man. It ain't too. You dive deep in that record, man. He fought some guys that really aren't the caliber of guys that I've fought. You know what I mean? It looks fancy on paper, And I know he's a beast. You know what I mean? I know he's a good fighter. But the guys that he fought, he didn't go through the road that I took to get here. You know what I mean? And it's gonna show. It's gonna show on the fight night, 100%. You know what I mean? I respect my opponent, but there's no way. It's just like it's like putting a like a Ford engine in a Ferrari. It looks good, but is it gonna perform? Not as good as what I got. You know what I
Then
mean?
then what are you if we're talking cars?
Shit. I'm talking like a let's see, maybe like a Mitsubishi 3000 GT with like all the works, man. Everything turbo, everything.
The Mitsubishi 3000 GT. I haven't heard that for a while, man. I remember
Yeah,
those
that
cars.
was my first car, so I had to pull that one
Yeah,
out of
yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah. I remember those. Man. Those are sick, man. Those are
Yeah,
sick
yeah.
cars. Yeah, this is an exciting matchup, man. I think
Yeah,
they did a good
definitely.
job putting this fight together because it's like two of the best guys, in the
Yeah, you can't go
Northeast.
wrong with this. You can't go wrong
Yeah,
with this, man. It's like I had other options, you know what I mean? And I just took it, man, because I want to move up, man. I want to move up, I want to go to the next level. I want to go to the next level. And I know by winning this belt for CES, it's almost guaranteed. Maybe I have to defend it, but I don't want to play with that. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? But it's just like you win this, it's almost like a guarantee. I'm 9-2 now, and I'll be 10-2 once I win this. I mean, who wouldn't want to sign me? You know what I mean?
yeah. I love how CES, they're in the game to put on good fights and then
Yeah,
give the opportunities for these fighters to move
100%,
on. You know what I mean? Like, you
100%.
gotta
Yeah,
respect it because not all promotions are doing that, right?
yeah, for sure, for sure. And I respect them for that. That's why I went with them. You know what I mean? I see what they bring to the table, and it's on Fight Pass. You can't go
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Yeah, it opens up a lot of options. So, it's just, people ask you like, "Oh, is there a different fire heading into this fight?" But really, it's usually fighters are just like, "Yeah, this is an opportunity." But the last one was an opportunity. There was an opportunity before that. So the mentality is still the same when you're
I,
heading into this title fight.
I mean, I would. To me, this is like the end of the road for this part. Like, you want to call it semi-professional? I call it semi-professional. I'm not signed yet. To me, this is the end of the road. I get through this guy. It's almost a guarantee that you're gonna go like
Yeah.
with UFC, Bellator, or PFL. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say guarantee. I don't want to say that, but at least a shot in those organizations. You know what I mean? And I've been fighting regionally for a while, so I'm ready to put it in and move on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know?
You want that exclusive deal. You know what I mean? Not one of those
Yeah, yeah,
one
for
fight
sure.
deals, right? Yeah. Some
Yeah,
security in your life.
yeah. I know that if I win this, it's gonna be it's gonna be a real good
Yeah.
you know firepower to
2020.
any of these.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2023 will be a beautiful year for you.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
how do you see this fight? Eddie George is powerful. You know what I mean? He's a
Yeah.
good guy. He's not he's not a bum. So
No, no.
how do you see yourself doing against him?
I see myself. I match up well with him because we're both wrestlers. You know what I mean? Our backgrounds. So I see myself. I see a very good matchup, man. It's gonna be exciting. And I see a finish, man. Definitely, I see myself finishing this because if there's not going to be finish, it's going to be a long night, man. And I don't want that. You know what I mean? I want to finish this guy. I want to put the end of this career. I want to put a freaking ribbon on it, and not end of my career. I'm sorry, end of
Yeah.
this chapter. End of this
Yeah.
chapter. I really want to put a ribbon on it for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. November 17th, CES 71 main event lightweight title is on the line. Thank you so much, Ali, for the time, man.
Yeah.
All the best in this fight. I talked to Eddie a couple days ago, and yeah, he's ready to go too, man.
Oh
So
yeah.
when you guys got
It's
two
gonna.
guys, yeah,
Yeah, we're willing to freaking die for this shit, man. I don't
yeah,
know about him, but I know I am. I know I am. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. I'm ready.